Okay, starting off from where we left last time. Mom, come on, take it or you won't be able to sleep at night. And you have school tomorrow. So I had to swallow the bitter medication, drinking it down with similarly awful water that gave off a taste of chlorine. Maybe it wasn't a Voba mitten. Maybe it wasn't a mitten at all. Just like the forest monsters and Olius owl. Am I going mad? What's happening to me? Either the pill had an immediate effect or my overexerted brain didn't let fear inside anymore. Serenity washed over me, bringing yawny indifference along with it. Anton, you done? See? You can do it when you try. Take off your coat. Are you asleep? No, Mom. I was just thinking. What about, I wonder? It's just something silly. Mom scrutinized me with suspicious eyes, as if she wasn't sure she was looking at her own son, and not some doppelganger that came from the forest. Is everything alright? You had the exact same expression when the policeman asked you about the window. I'm alright, Mom. She heaved a deep sigh. Fine. It seemed like the house had changed. Well, it seems like the guy's on crack, but let's just go along with it. Okay, the sofa's fabric had become discolored. Fingerprints appeared on the bottom tiles. The light bulbs also felt different, dimmer and yellower. Even the saliva inside my mouth had a different taste. A melody from Aladdin could be heard from the upper floor. Olia was done rewatching her favorite Little Mermaid episodes and switched on to other tapes. I slowly changed to my home clothes, stopped before the sink and studied my reflection in the mirror, like I was trying to solve one of those spot the difference puzzles. Then I went upstairs. Shaffer's and Lago's voices died down. I walked past Olia's bedroom and slipped into my own. Well, this is the guy's bedroom. I'm not gonna open it yet, let me check around. Okay, what's this? My Triceratops figure. He likes dinosaurs. I know all sorts of dinosaurs. Velociraptors, Apherovenators, Hysilopodons, whatever that is, I don't know. I remember going to the movies to see Jurassic Park back when we still lived in the city and taking pictures with the T-Rex in the hall. It turned its head and roared. It was awesome. And next to it was a Robotech transformer. I love this cartoon. When a jet fighter speeds up in the intro among the sounds of blaster fire, you know your next 20 minutes will surely be amazing. Centrality space station is captured. Rick, get ready for the battle. Okay. Let's see what's behind the... Oh! Is somebody behind the curtain? That seems like it. Seems like someone's shadow is there. The forest didn't look as grim during the day. Entangled tree branches in the distance and the snowy field between our house and the forest brought sleepiness to my eyes. But sometimes I would still catch myself looking in the window at the icy treetops instead of doing my homework. There is definitely somebody there. Well, what's this? I've dreamt of becoming an artist since Dad bought me my first comic book, okay? Fly magazine was the coolest, especially like the big space-related edition with the alien monsters and that funny episode about the gendarme. I started drawing all kinds of stuff since that day, and I seem to be getting pretty good at it. One of my letters even got published in the Fly ones. Maybe someday they will even publish my comic. Well, this guy is more accomplished than I am. Okay, once more. This book. Monsters, ghosts, UFOs. She could barely handle shifting through the monster and alien sections with me, but the middle part where they start to talk about the ghosts really freaked her out. I even remember hunting ghosts after I'd read the book. I measured the distance between items on my table every evening and checked if they moved due to some supernatural force coming from the morning. They didn't. But to be honest, what was I expecting? To meet Casper the ghost? Okay, I guess that's all. Ah. One of the drawers was empty. I hid the mitten there. And there is no mitten. Yeah, it is there. The simple action drained the last bit of strength from me. And only then I noticed there was somebody behind the curtains. I told you before. My tired hand dropped to the sheets. Whether it was due to medication I took or the stress I underwent, the room began to contort as if the wind was blowing the walls out like a pair of sails. The room's corners bent and undulated. The only stable thing in the whole room was the figure between the windowsill and the curtains. A flimsy piece of cloth was stuck to my hidden visitor, just like a servant of sorts. Olia? Who else would be standing there? I stood up and licked my red up lips. Yeah, Olia, it's so funny. The silhouette was unmoving. It was enveloped softly by the curtains, as if there was a thick layer of darkness there, not a human being. I reached towards the curtains. Badoom, badoom, beat my heart, controlled by medication. The wind sang in the field with chorus of voices. For a second, I wanted to return to the bed, just lie down and watch the person behind the curtain, knowing full well they were looking back at me. They're looking without blinking, waiting for me to fall asleep. Plastic rings rustled against the holder when I pulled open the curtains. Oh, that's Olia. Gotcha! I knew it was you from the beginning. A blinding bright halo lit up Olia's head, with the sun setting as the background. My sister was shining. When she was just a baby, Dad always used to say she was shining with happiness. I always retorted, but Dad, she's not some flashlight. But I brought her to the window one day, and sunlight poured on her smiling face. I felt like I was holding a child woven from light. I saw everything. Oh really? What did you hide? She was just like my mum when she was little, before she put on her sad mask of tiredness and switched on to her commanding tone of voice. It's nothing, just... Olia ran up to the table, her eyes round, and asked, "You stole something and hid it there? Are you a thief?" What? Don't be stupid. I didn't steal anything. A clear image came to my mind, that mitten hanging from a tree branch. What if I did steal it after all? From the forest? From the tilted figure standing behind the black trees? Olia could be selfish and stubborn when she wanted. Then show me! Swear that you won't tell anyone? Then I'll show you. Olia put a plotting smile. I swear on Mom's heart. An oath she heard in one of the movies about the pioneers we have watched. Don't say things like that. Olia nodded and made a gesture with her hand, locking her mouth with an imaginary finger. She was filled with curiosity that was flashing in her giant eyes. I opened the drawer and Olia leaned in, holding her breath. It looked like there was not just a simple mitten, but some sort of exotic critter. Is this someone's mitten? She said that if she couldn't understand what she saw. A certain boy lost it and got lost himself. Now you do understand how dangerous it is for kids to wander into the forest, right? He must be really cold out there. Will they find him? They will. The police are going house to house, showing his photo to everybody. Olia traversed the room with care and pressed her tiny palms against the window. And why are they going to houses and not the forest? Are they scared? The question caught me off guard. The police aren't scared of anything. Yeah, right. Flashed my clouded mind. Did they really check every nook and cranny where darkness, cold, and whispers of icy branches dwell? If that's the case, how did they miss the mitten? Or did it appear later for me? I changed the topic, as if trying to get Olia as far away as possible from the forest thicket. We may get a reward if I go and find this boy by myself. Lots of stuff like the Field of Wonders. Sounds cool, right? Olia wasn't listening to me. She was piercing the forest with incredibly adult eyes, uncharacteristic for herself. What if the owl got him? Nonsense! An owl won't be able to lift a human. But you know what? I was picking my words with utmost care. I forced them out of my overexerted brain. Stay away from the forest. I think it's... How should I put it? It is cursed or something? Just like in a fairy tale? No, not like that. More like in that spooky tape Mom and Dad are hiding from us. Olia shivered and stole a glance at the window. I saw you running away. Someone was chasing you. No, it's just... I was hurrying back home so Mom won't be worried. As I looked at my sister, my heart was tearing apart. She was so fragile. It was so easy to stifle her light. A gust of wind and a small fire would be gone. You are lucky. Mom won't even let me go outside. I'm like a princess in the tower. Can't go anywhere. I'll die from boredom here. You're wrong. No one has ever died of boredom. And you have me and your cartoons, and Mom and Dad will be good to each other soon. You know what I would wish for my next birthday? I'd wish for Mom and Dad to turn into children so we could go and play together like we used to. Yeah, and if you'd make them as small as bugs, we could place them into a little box. Julia giggled and tugged at my sleeve. Tony, let's go watch Aladdin. Fatigue won over my desire to be with my little sister. I was washed over by some sort of heinous apathy. I'm too tired. I don't want to. Come on. It's so boring alone and Mom is always busy. We can pick a cartoon you haven't seen before. I know all of our tapes by heart at this point. Not all of them. You haven't watched Peter Pan. Remember how you fell asleep in the middle of it? And so much happiness after that. Let's go, let's go! Maybe a bit later. Should I tell you how it ends? Let's leave that for tomorrow. I won't tell you tomorrow. I know, let's play hide and seek. No, Olia. Then draw me a dino. Olia, please. Draw it, draw it. Will you leave me alone already? I blurted it out without thinking, and then I was immediately taken aback. I'd never screamed at my little sister like that. Olia stared at me in shock. Her lips started trembling, a precursor to tears. My chest was seething with disgust and embarrassment. What's happening to me? I hurried to prevent Olia from crying. Alright, you win. Let's go watch cartoons for a bit. I don't wanna. I came up to her, put my hand on her soft head. Let's go. Let's go watch Peter Pan. Boo! You'll fall asleep again. I smiled and lifted her chin. Her eyes were wet and felt bottomless. I promise I won't. And I'll draw you a full triceratops later. Hooray! Triceratops! Well, close enough. Olia rubbed her eyes with the sleeve of her pajamas and shining smile returned to her face. I'll go ask Mom for condensed milk and bread and you'll rewind the tape. The bread is fresh, just like how you like it. Alright, just be careful not to spill the milk, or you'll be yelled at again. Wanna bet I won't spill it. The tape is somewhere in the nightstand. I'll look for it. Olia disappeared into the doorway. I dragged my feet into the neighboring room. Alright. Okay. Let's check this first. Well, teddy bears are the most creepy, so I'm gonna start with that. Olia's countless toys. And what's that cow sound? It sounds like some cow is moving. What the hell? Olia's countless toys. An old teddy bear is the main attraction here. Olia doesn't sleep without it. And she digs her nose into its fur when she sleeps. What else? the scary window where Olia sees that accursed owl every night, lurking in the dark. Olia keeps curtains open during the day, but as soon as the twilight comes, she shuts them down, so she wouldn't see the pair of hungry eyes outside. Okay, oh, that's a pig sound. A piggy bank. Olia is saving money for a real puppy because Dad said that taking care of him would take a lot of money. Alright, so that seems it. That seems like it. Okay, let's turn on the TV. Let's see something. The old photon TV was gathering dust in the corner. All that was left was clicking the button on the front panel. Alright, the tube warmed up and familiar white noise started dancing on the black screen. I almost reached out to turn on the VCR when the noise calmed down and a blurry image appeared for a moment. That seems like some scary Soviet broadcast. Never mind. It was a dark taiga forest just like the one outside my window. The picture split the screen in half. Something creepy resembling human speech was coming out of the speaker. That sounds more like some demon is speaking through it to you. Just a few moments later, the scenery was again overshadowed by the noise. Did it catch some rogue signal? Local TV station only really showed Soviet cartoons, and even that was pretty rare. And maybe I should tinker with the antenna. What if I catch this channel again? On the other hand, Olia had asked me to find the tape. It wouldn't be nice to disappoint her. But in my sleepy state, I didn't have the strength to do all of it. Alright, let's search. Come on. I shifted through the shelves full of dolls and blue hippos from Kinder Surprise. I found the tape I needed, thanks to its shabby spine. Okay, I got the black rectangle from its box. And there is the TV. The tape inside it rustled while rewinding to the beginning. The rustle was lulling me to sleep. Drowsiness attacked me while I was squatting before the TV. Images swirled in my head, me and Olia flying above the forest, tumbling in the soft clouds. My little sister is laughing, but her smile becomes more and more forced with every passing second. I noticed that the clouds underneath us part, barring the bristly pine tops. Swampy darkness slurped among the trees. The wings are no longer able to hold us and Olia. You haven't started without me, have you? My sister brought the tray with unevenly cut bread and a whole can of condensed milk. I rubbed my eyes. No, come sit. Mom and Dad are arguing again. They're going through rough times. Rough times are lame. On the screen, Wendy was hiding Peter Pan's show into the dresser. Olia was entertained by the cartoonish dog Nana. Well, there seems to be another spelling mistake, but let's just get along with it. Maybe Mom and Dad will buy us a dog too? That's a cartoon. Yeah, right. I'll have my own dog in the Neverland, and a cat, and a parrot. Olia smeared a slice of bread with a thick layer of condensed milk and handed it to me. Have you lost all of your baby teeth? Obviously. Olia frowned in deep thought. Peter Pan has baby teeth. What if they won't let you go to his land with adult teeth? We'll think of something. We'll ask Dad to alter your age in the passport. And why would Dad forge documents? Olia took a bite from the sandwich and started talking with her mouth full. I heard Mom that did that before. He'll grow ears as big as Dumbo's. Olia got worried and touched her ear. I smiled to myself. Ah, that's some weird Russian. My little sister was silent now. She just devoured bread, watching the adventures of Peter Pan, Tinkerbell, and James Hook. as if she got sucked into the fairy tale Neverland. To be honest, I also imagined myself there, in a land where one never ages, where no one argues over little things, where no one listens to fights and the sound of broken plates at night. I felt like I was dreaming with my eyes still open. Then my sister's scream pulled me back to reality. Tony, shut the curtains fast! What the fuck? Why? No one's watching you. It's dark, and when it's dark, the owl comes. I'm scared. I got out of bed, fighting my drowsiness, and closed the curtains. Let's close it, that's much better. I did my best not to look outside towards the treetops, towards the taiga forest which seemingly drew closer and closer. Of course, it was just a visual effect from the shadows of branches scraping the snow. Tony, Mum thinks I made the owl up. And Dad too thinks I'm a liar since I'm small. But the owl exists. Honestly, it does. You do believe me, right? That it comes every night. And I swiftly grabbed Olia's hand and looked in her eyes. I was trying to transfer at least some of my courage and determination. But did I really have those qualities? Yes, I believe you, alright? Just don't nag our parents about it anymore. They're already dealing with a lot, so they will get mad at you. Come and tell me if anything happens. And don't look out of the window. But it wants me to look. Doesn't matter. Act like it doesn't exist and never existed. Like it's made up. Just like Mom and Dad say. It'll get tired of waiting and fly away. Alright. It was madness, but after everything that's happened recently, I was more and more inclined to believe Olia's owl existed. Alright. We followed Peter Pan's adventures as if nothing had happened, as if the forest didn't kidnap kids, as if our parents weren't tearing each other apart bit by bit. Captain Hook was running away from a crocodile, and Captain Pan was headed to London on a gilded sailboat. By some miracle, I lasted longer than my little sister. Olia's eyelids had dropped. She started snorting lightly, resting her chin on the side of the bed. I stood up and left Olia's room. I was looking out of the window, studying the field, when Mom peeked into my room. Why is she peeking out of the window? Enough playing around. It's your first day at school tomorrow. Go to bed. You should sleep properly. You don't want to be teased for being sleepy, right? Adults think everything is so simple. As if sound sleep would ensure my classmates would like me. I covered myself with a blanket up to my neck and listened to the house humming to something invisible rustling in the corners. My inner voice had a question for me. Do I want to hear the mysterious flute again? Yes or no? Maybe it's just a part of growing up. I can't fully understand my own desires. The forest wailed behind the barrier that was my walls. Some eternal entity wandered the fields. Branches shook as if calling for me. The wind howled on and on in the night. My thoughts were like annoying flies that entered my head before becoming weak and tangled. I didn't notice how I fell into the slumber. Oh, alright. The game has finally ended. This is episode 1. Alright guys, that would be the end of the game. So if you guys liked it, don't forget to smash the like button and also hit the subscribe button for more awesome content like this. And yeah, I'll bring you guys the next episode of Tiny Bunny once it gets released. And yeah, till then. Hey guys, it's me again trying to interrupt my own video because you know I messed the last part up multiple times. But yeah, other than that, I do have some channel news with me that CBSE has announced exam dates for class 10th and 12th to be from 1st of May onwards till probably the last of it. And yeah, since I study in class 12, I'll have to be studying for my exams. I may not be posting that frequently for a while, but yeah, once the exams are over, I will start posting frequently. Other than that, I do have another news that I may be creating another YouTube channel for vlogs and stuff. So yeah, do be on the lookout for that. And other than that, I just want to wish you guys a very happy new year and a very prosperous 2021 ahead. I hope all of your dreams come true. And yeah, I guess that concludes this video. I hope you guys liked my video. And yeah, stay well, stay healthy, and peace out.